My nightmare scenario is it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, and the incident in Indian occupied Kashmir had nothing to do with us. But my nightmare scenario is that either these groups are attacking us in Pakistan, or these groups who function within Afghanistan, the border is now more porous than it was before, because pre the fall of Kabul, it was manned on both sides. Pakistan manned it on one side and Afghanistan manned it on the other. And while now Afghanistan is also a little bit manning their side, it's nowhere near the scale as it was before. So we have a porous border. These groups have targeted foreign nationals within Pakistan. It's not too much of a stretch of imagination that any one of those groups in that soup, be it ETIM, be it Daesh, be it LET, all these other alphabetical conglomerates, if they, heaven forbid, decide to launch an attack in another country. If we continue to politicize the issue of terror, to further our own narrow aims, it undermines the actual fight against terror. So, Pakistan would like to pursue peace with India in our interests and in their interests. In order for us to effectively combat terror, regional cooperation, international cooperation will ultimately be incredibly important. We cannot achieve a permanent peace without addressing the issue of Kashmir. And I know that it gets India's back against the wall. And I don't just say that to fluster them, but other than my strong-held, impassioned belief that the people of Kashmir deserve their right to self-determination as enshrined by the UN Security Council resolutions, even if India doesn't believe in those things, if India wants to combat terrorism, it's going to have to deal with Kashmir. Because it is not true that every terrorist attack that will take place there will come from Pakistan or they'll fall from the sky. Indians, Kashmiris, will provide the India, they know Indian Kashmir, Kashmiris, Indians separately, especially those facing suppression and repression like the ones in Maqbuza, Kashmir, will react. They will be the cannon fodder for either an existing terrorist group or some new terrorist group or some future terrorist group. So we have to talk about Kashmir with India because it is the root cause of all our troubles. But also because if India is serious about combating terrorism, they have to create a more conducive environment in Kashmir. You can't cage an entire population and expect bulldoze their houses, blind them with pellet guns, and expect them not to react. So we have to talk terror. We have to talk Kashmir. And finally, we have to talk water. No civilized country can endorse this move. In the age of climate challenges that are to come, water scarcity and water wars are anyway used to be a theory. India shutting off Pakistan's water supply is laying the foundations for the first nuclear water war. We have said that cutting off our water supply would be an act of war. We don't say it in a jingoistic manner. We don't say it with any relish. It is an existential crisis for us. Any country on the planet, no matter their size, their strength, or their ability, would fight for their survival and fight for their water. India must abide by the Indus Water Treaty. The United States, other countries across the world must take a firm stance that they will not allow India to not only violate the Indus Water Treaty, but take their threat forward. You cannot allow this precedent to be set in the Pakistan context, because we'll fight the first war, but it won't be the last. If India is allowed to cut us our water, that means that every upper riparian with hostilities to a lower riparian now has a carte blanche And if our dialogue and diplomacy in pursuit of peace are to be successful, if we are to talk to India, positive dialogue with India, make new arrangements, new deals, perhaps even new treaties with India, then surely they first must abide by the old treaties and take back their decision vis-a-vis the Indus Water Treaty. India has belligerently refused. They refused cooperation on terror, you saw it. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said, let's have an investigation. They said no. They refused President Trump's mediation, currently refusing dialogue. All that means is there'll be more terrorism, there'll be more war, and there'll be no peace. The Prime Minister of India and his government may want to damn his people to this fate. I refuse to damn my people, and I refuse to damn the people of India to this fate, which is why my delegation and I will be traveling from capital to capital with a simple message. We want peace. We need your help. Later today, we'll continue our activities, engaging with officials here in Washington, D.C. From here, we go to London. From London, we go to, I want to say Paris, but maybe Brussels and Strasbourg also, to Europe. And we'll keep at it until our neighbors realize that it's in their interests and in our interests to sit down across the table and figure out our issues. There's no military solution to any of our problems. And there's so much more that we can achieve together than we can achieve apart. Surely, India and Pakistan working together, we can eradicate terrorism from the subcontinent. India and Pakistan working together can create that conducive environment in Kashmir where the people that live there can live there free from repression, suffocation, and actually see prosperity. India and Pakistan's cooperation obviously would require the waters to flow freely, but but it should lead to broader cooperation. The challenge of climate change and water scarcity is a challenge for Pakistan. It's also a challenge for India. How are we going to face the coming decade? We've already experienced devastating floods, droughts, the manifestation of climate change in various forms. I believe Pakistan and India working together can meet that challenge as well. If we don't rise to this occasion, then let there be no mistake. The blame for the carnage, the devastation, the scourge that war leaves will lie at the footsteps of Narendra Modi and his government. You've heard today, I don't want to go into repetition, litigate our views on each other. We think they're extreme. They think we're extreme. But I mean, here in America, you witness it. There's Pakistani diaspora, there's there's Indian diaspora. We're not going to war on your streets. In the UK, there's a Pakistani diaspora, there's an Indian diaspora. We get on together very well. The problem within India and Pakistan at the moment is there's such a cutoff of any form of interaction. It's not just that our governments aren't talking to each other, our artists aren't talking to each other, we don't have the same people-to-people contact, business-to-business. We don't trade. And done that. No, trade. Your president is engaging in trade discussions with both India and Pakistan. And hopefully he's going to get you a big, beautiful trade deal with both India and Pakistan. But if India and Pakistan aren't trading amongst each other, then there's only a limit about how beautiful that trade deal is going to be. If India and Pakistan are not only trading amongst each other, then the economic benefits for your trade deal enhance. If India and Pakistan are trading amongst each other, it also means we allow transit trade, which increases the effectiveness of whatever trade deal is about to come about. And ultimately, if we are able to achieve peace in South Asia, unlock our economic potential. I mean, you know, there's a lot of talk here about
the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and obviously it's great being able to trade that way. But how fantastic would it be able to, all the way from Pakistan all the way to the ports of Chittagong in Bangladesh, would have an India-Pakistan economic corridor. So there's this prosperity for our people, for their people, and peace in our area. I don't underestimate the challenges we face. India has clearly decided